It really takes some brains to make a game this good. We're so funny. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 zombie games. For this list, we're looking at what we consider to be the greatest zombie games on the market. We'll be judging them based on personal opinion, critical reception, and legacy. To be clear, we're defining zombies in a broad sense. Basically, as long as it's brain dead, tries to eat people, and acts without any sense of humanity, it's basically a zombie. So, even though some of you might want to get technical and call them infected or something like that, we're calling them zombies.
I ain't one of them, you fool.
Well, how do I know?
They can't speak.
Number 10, Call of Duty World at War, Nazi Zombies.
Swear like my zombies, fragged on the floor.
While Call of Duty Modern Warfare reinvigorated the franchise with its change of setting, World at War decided to return the series to its World War II roots, but with one extra implementation: Nazi zombies. This bonus minigame allows for up to 4 players to fight increasingly difficult waves of Nazi zombies. The premise really shouldn't have worked so well, but like a glorious Hail Mary, it went spectacularly well and clinched the game in the hearts of players everywhere. Nazi Zombies quickly grew in popularity and is now a signature aspect of the Call of Duty franchise. While it may have been improved upon since, this is the one that started it all.
Sounds like King Freakbag needs to mellow out.
Number 9, Plants vs. Zombies. Guns, swords, chainsaws, plants? One of these things doesn't belong. But we all ran with it anyway when PopCap Games released this tower defense, or more like lane defense game for Windows and OS X back in 2009. The premise is admittedly really goofy, as it presents a homeowner defending his house from zombies using a variety of plants, but the gameplay was just so addictive and rewarding that players instantly fell in love. It featured a ton of content for your money, the visuals were crisp, and the gameplay was exciting. It was a winning combination, making for what would go on to be one of the most memorable mobile games of the generation.
There's a zombie on your line. We don't want zombies on our line.
Number 8, Dead Island.
On 3. 1, 2, f it, 3.
When the trailer for this game was released, which featured a young girl being thrown out of a window by invading zombies, gamers were adamant that Dead Island would be the zombie game to end them all. Well, we didn't exactly get that, but it was still pretty fun. While the story is a little wonky and the game's full of bugs, it was still a memorable experience fighting zombies in a tropical island setting. With its heavy emphasis on melee combat and crafting weapons, Dead Island blended action and RPG elements together into an original and rather satisfying package. Number 7, Red Dead Redemption: Undead Nightmare.
What the hell is wrong with you? Crazy old bastard!
Fellow game companies, take note. This is how you do DLC. Originally released as an expansion pack to Rockstar's Western Red Dead Redemption, Undead Nightmare takes the basic gameplay elements and setting of the core game and simply adds zombies.
Mary Lou, may I have the honor?
You're a sick man.
The zombies varied wildly in design, from your basic shuffling types to bile-puking zombies to creepy crawly zombies. Rockstar also created DLC-specific weapons for the game, such as Holy Water and the famous Blunderbuss. Unlike Cowboys and Aliens, Cowboys and Zombies makes for a perfect match, and the game is fondly remembered today as one of the finest expansions in gaming.
Works like a charm.
Well, it wasn't quite what I expected.
Number 6, Dead Rising.
Hey,
Please!
hey, wait!
In this game, which is totally not a ripoff of Dawn of the Dead, it says so on the box, you play as Frank West, photojournalist, a goofy man who must photograph and cover the zombie outbreak in Colorado.
I don't make my living waiting for the TV to tell me what to cover.
Dead Rising was a groundbreaking game, in that it featured far more on-screen zombies than any game before it, and gave you the freedom to run around a mall and decide what you would want to use as a weapon, whether it be something practical like a gun or something impractical like a skateboard. The choices were limitless and always amusing. Number 5, Telltale's The Walking Dead.
Holy shit!
just when people were starting to get burned out by the whole zombie craze, in came The Walking Dead, an episodic point-and-click adventure game from a little company called Telltale. Gamers simply weren't expecting the level of quality that Telltale brought to the series.
Why, cat? Honey? Oh, f***ing God.
The graphics were an aesthetically pleasing nod to the art style of the comics, while the characters and writing were so top-notch that many people declared the game series to be better than the extremely popular television show, myself included. It reinforced the idea that video games could tell gripping and heartbreaking stories, and left us all in a blubbering mess by the time the end credits rolled. Number 4. Dying Light. Techland took the foundation for their previous zombie game, Dead Island, and improved upon it in nearly every way, resulting in this original, fast-paced zombie thriller. What sets this game apart from the others is the unique day-night cycle, which sees the zombies becoming much more aggressive at night, and the parkour system, giving players a myriad of options in traversing and exploring the game's enormous open-world environment. While it was a bit glitchy upon release and the story was again kinda weak, the invigorating combat and the adrenaline rush that the parkour chases provided elevated this game above Techland's previous efforts. Number 3. Resident Evil 2. Improving upon the original Resident Evil in every way, this sequel gave us everything we could possibly want in a zombie game and set the bar for what horror games could accomplish. This game was really horrifying back in the day, with disgusting monsters, a palpably tense atmosphere, and a chilling soundtrack straight out of a high-budget horror film.
Get away!
Sure, the controls were damn annoying, and sure, the intricate puzzles in the police station don't make a lick of sense, but really, who cares? It's scary, it's bloody, it's one of the best survival horror games of all time. Can we just get a remaster already?
It looks like your party has been canceled.
Number 2, The Last of Us.
There is something bad going on, and we have got to get out of here. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
The Last of Us was one of the most touching and scariest games of the previous generation, mostly because the virus is based off a real frickin' fungus. The game may seem straightforward, but the wide range of gameplay options, whether it be confrontational or stealth-based, means there was a surprising amount of variety in the way you could complete this one. The graphics are absolutely gorgeous, and the story would be right at home on the big screen due to the game's strong writing and characterizations. Never before has a video game mixed the macabre with beauty so well. Still, for as huge as the game is, the zombies take a backseat for the more human interactions in the game, both in cutscenes and in gameplay, which is why it just misses the top spot.
Stop! Son of a bitch! You done? Am I done?
Before we eat the brains of our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Call up your girlfriend. Eating brain.
Number 1, Left 4 Dead 2.
Get ready!
If Left 4 Dead wasn't perfect enough, Valve tinkered and toyed with the formula, expanding on already great game areas and smoothing out rough edges to make this sequel an improvement in every conceivable way. The game is simply a blast, whether you're dropping in for a few minutes of zombie-killing mayhem with your friends or spending hours on end in the hopelessly addictive versus matches. By adding new maps and more exciting zombies like the Jockey and the Spitter, this sequel kept things fresh enough to warrant a full-price purchase. Valve knows how to make great games, and there's no other multiplayer experience on the market quite like Left 4 Dead 2.
Everybody to the chopper!
Do you agree with our list? What's your favorite zombie game? For more bitey top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Could you just wait a sec here, would you please? I'm going to wander down that lonely, deserted street and get my bag.